a great time here today. Just found out nearly 2,000 people here today. This has been the best one ever so far. It's only going to keep getting bigger each year, so thank you all for coming out.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the 2014 Northwest Celtic Fest here at the beautiful Sears Centre Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. If you're with us today, you're in for a treat. My name is Anita Forte-Scott. I'm going to be taking you around this journey of all of the Celtic nations, including Ireland, Scotland, Brittany, Isle of Man, Cornwall, Wales, and all the people in all the lands of the Celtic nations. So please join me, and I hope you enjoy the sights, sounds, tastes, and wonderful emotional feelings of the people of Celtic Fest here at Hoffman Estates. I'm now joined with Mayor Bill MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. He's the mayor of Hoffman Estates. Bill, how proud of you to have Celtic Fest again here in your town?
We're very pleased to host this event. This is the third year we've done it, and this is the best crowd we've ever had. We're very pleased. We have a lot of vendors, a lot of people coming out. You have free games for kids, a bounce house. You've got all sorts of, you have a wine tasting, Scotch tasting, pipe bands. We have gentlemen with ancient Celtic weapons giving demonstrations. It's just fabulous.
I see you have your large claymore and your pickaxe out today. What would your family way back when used to use those things for?
Well, we'd use these in the battle against those crazy Englishmen that wouldn't give us our freedom. And that's all we fought for, is freedom of Scotland.
So let's hear your best Braveheart freedom yell right now. Come on.
Freedom!
Awesome. And do you think that this event will continue on in the coming years here at Sears Centre?
Y'all have a good time? Yeah. We're going to have to do this again next year. Yes, I believe it will. One of the advantages of having it in the Sears Centre, it's obviously an inside event, so you're not dependent on the weather. We've had parades in the past where the weather has just been horrible. So listen, I think the vendors like it and the people like it. You're inside, you're comfortable.
And I noticed that you changed the name from just Hoffman Estates Celtic Fest to Northwest Celtic Fest. Can you tell me why we did this?
Well, this is one of the premier facilities in the northwest suburbs, and we get people from all over. Not even just the northwest suburbs, but this is sort of the arena for the northwest suburbs, so we thought it was appropriate.
Wonderful. Well, we always have a great time at Celtic Fest, and we're so glad that you're a part of it again this year, and we hope to see you all here next year at Celtic Fest 2015. Ooh, top of the morning to you, and gosh be darned, I'm standing in front of the Irish Boutique with locations in Long Grove and Crystal Lake. You can find them on Facebook at the Irish Boutique. You can see that they have everything you need for all of your Ireland desires. One of the tasty treats at this year's Celtic Fest, of course, is Galway Bakers. Galway Bakers has been with us for many years, since the beginning of Celtic Fest. We're so happy to have them here again, and so on your tasteful journey through our lands of the Celtic, we always stop at Galway Bakers, where they have delicious Irish soda bread and cakes and pastries, all made with loving hands of the people of Galway Bakers. If you're interested in finding out where they are or more information, visit www.galwaybakers.com. No Celtic Fest would be complete without the Mystic Shire. That brings back the times of old when the fogs would come over the shires, and it was a mystical time. The Mystic Shire, they create beautiful wooden hand-carved chopping boards and other items, as well as lots of leather goods. So we're so happy to have Mystic Shire with us again today, and we're happy to have you join us at Celtic Fest. All right, I'm standing in front of the beautiful artwork from artist Michael Carroll of Michael Carroll's Celtic Design. He takes the old ancient works and brings new life into them by creating all new masterpieces, and then puts them to print so that you can have in your own home a beautiful rendition of Celtic designs. Michael Carroll Celtic Designs can be found online at www.mccelticdesigns.com. Thank you, Michael Carroll, for joining us this year at Celtic Fest. Hi, I'm standing in front of the Sweet Spot with Regina and Tawny Pauling, two true Irish girls with the red-headed curls, and they have turned their love of baking and feeding people into an art. This is a cake pop that I have had the pleasure of actually eating one earlier today, and it was delicious. So as more of the visiting the Celtic tastes from all over the world. They've made some delicious cupcakes called an Irish car bomb, some made with Guinness, some made with Jameson whiskey. We're just super excited to have the Sweet Spot here today, and you can reach them at the number that you see on your screen. And if you have any baking needs, you call on Regina or Tawny Pauling. They are wonderful young ladies who create delicious, delicious items for your taste buds to enjoy. I'm very pleased to be standing in the booth section from Peter Townsend's Irish Collection. You can find their information at www.irishcollection.com. I just grabbed one little thing to share with you today. This is the Clan Scott badge and coat of arms. It has a stag on it, and the word is Amo, A-M-O, means love. So as Anita Forte-Scott, I'm happy to have my family badge in my hand of the Clan Scott. You can find your family's information here at Irish Collections with Peter Townsend. Rampant Lion is back with us again this year. They had to miss last year, but we're so glad that they're here this year because they brought some of our favorite things. I'm sure you know what this is. It's a flask that all true Scotsmen and Irishmen and Celts from around the world use to keep their little libations for when they're thirsty. They open the cap and take a little drink of whatever your favorite Scotch or whiskey is. There you go. And it fits inside your sporin. That's what the guys keep this for. Their sporins, the flasks. Everything you need is here at Rampant Lion. We're so happy to have them back with us again, and they are bringing us some of the finest items from the Celtic nations to purchase and take home with us today here at Celtic Fest. We are so pleased once again to have Sheldon Pewter joining us at Celtic Fest. Sheldon is a true artisan in the metallurgy of pewter, and he designs and hand draws and then creates the most amazing things to wear and to adorn your body in pewter. Some of the examples you're seeing right now are available, and if you have any interest in having any one of them, I believe he also does custom designs. You can reach him at www.sheldonpewter.com. Welcome to Celtic Fest. I'm all fired up for the Chicago Fire soccer team. Who's got two thumbs and loves soccer? This girl. We're so happy to have the Chicago Fire on our concourse this year. Tomorrow's their home opener at Toyota Park in Bridgeview, and we're super excited to have them. If you need more information and want to buy tickets to any of their games, please visit www.chicago-fire.com. I'm here with Kay and Karen from Tlightful Tees, and I have found the tea for me. This is Sassy Cinnalicious. Aren't I just that? Delightful teas for any occasion. You can find Kay and Karen and all of their delightful and delicious teas at the website listed below. Medieval Times Dinner and Tournament are in the house over at Celtic Fest this year. I'm so happy to be standing next to the King. Hey King, how's it going today? The King has better things to do than to speak to this lowly peasant. We're so happy that you have a chance to meet the King at the Medieval Times Castle Dinner and Tournament Show. Just look on the website below to find dinner times and show times. All right, and the concourse, who would have guessed that at Celtic Fest and Hoffman Estates, who would have thought we could get an A-list celebrity here at Celtic Fest on our concourse? And here he is now. Hey, George Clooney, how you doing? George is on the cover of Celtic Life magazine as an Irish American. He's so charming. Yes, he is. And I found this magazine and my beautiful shamrock silk scarf here at Irish Imports. They have anything you need pertaining to Ireland and all of the Celtic nations, and you can find them at the website below. This year at Celtic Fest as well, we're going to be having some whiskey and Scotch tasting classes where you can learn all about your favorite whiskey, single malts, blended, and some scotches. We are going to be favoring the Lagavulin 16. You'll be able to learn where it's made, how it's made, where it comes from, and how it tastes. We're also going to be sampling the Balvenie Caribbean Cast, extra matured in rum cases. It's aged 14 years, delicious, single malt Scotch. And then we're also happy to have for everyone to taste. The Macallan Fine Oak, it's a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey that has been aged for 15 years. And we have one more. The Glenfiddich, aged for 12 years. It's a single malt Scotch whiskey. And we'll be showing you some of the classes in a little while. Hi, I'm here with Jay from Bridgeport Pasty. We're so excited to have them on our concourse this year. Jay, tell me a little bit about the truck.
The truck is actually an all-electric car, and it goes, top speed is 25 miles per hour, and it goes about 25 miles on a charge. So it actually took me 2 days to drive here. No, I put it on a trailer and brought it here.
Oh, Jay. So tell us, you go and sell your delicious pasties at any...
I appreciate the fact you pronounced it correctly, too.
I have been practicing that very diligently. It is pasty, everyone. Shh. We don't say that on the family TV show. So tell me, what do you fill your pasties with?
So we've got a steak and Stilton cheese, a blue cheese. We have a chicken pot pie, which is exactly what it sounds like. We have a, my favorite is the spinach and mushroom, actually, with a little bit of bechamel cream sauce. And the traditional Cornish pasty, although we don't call it that, is the Youper for the UP, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And that's steak, potato, and rutabaga. But in England, they call rutabagas, do you know?
No, I don't know. Wait. Think at home now, everyone. What do they call rutabagas in England? Let's find the answer.
They call them Swedes.
Don't know why?
Because they are Swedish turnips, actually.
See, you learn something new every day. Thank you, Jay, so much for being here and selling your delicious food. My tummy's rumbling again. I may have to stop by in a few minutes and get myself a pasty. Can you show me one real quick? Can we take a look at one? Oh, it smells delicious. Do we need a little napkin out? Okay. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. Smells delicious.
There you go.
Thank you, right there. All right, and it's going in here in a minute, so, all right, he's going to have a bite to eat. Thank you so much, Jay. You can find them on Facebook and Twitter. Oh boy, all this hard work at Celtic Fest has made me hungry. Good thing we have some delightful Celtic fare over here at Celtic Fest, made for us special by Levy Entertainment and Food Service. We have today delicious fish and chips, corned beef sandwiches, Irish burgers, shepherd's pie, the most amazing Reuben fritters, and then we have delicious Belgian fries, along with some of the other special fare that you normally have at a place such as this. But we're so thankful to Levy for all of their special events services that they've given to us today, and all the delicious food that everyone's going to enjoy. So if you're not at Celtic Fest this year, I better see you here next year. You don't want to miss it. How much fun do you want to have with your kids at Celtic Fest? Take a look behind me at our two awesome bounce houses and castles from Bounce Wizard of Hoffman Estates. Because what's more fun than bouncing around on a pillow of air? So if you want some more information about Bounce Wizard that could come to your backyard party or corporate event, look them up at www.bouncewizard.com. They're a local company, and we're super excited to have them this year at Celtic Fest 2014. Some say that golf began in a little village in Scotland many hundreds of years ago, when the town idiot came through town striking a rock with a stick and ended up putting it in a little hole in the ground. That's how some say the game of golf began. I think that the guys and gals at Top Golf may have a different idea. So come on out to Top Golf in Wooddale. We're super excited to have them there this year. This summer they have children's summer camp for golf and some other super events. You can find out all about Top Golf at www.topgolf.com. And later on today at Celtic Fest, they'll be having some interactive activities down on the floor of the arena, and we're super, again, excited that Top Golf is here with us this year. If you're not at Celtic Fest, what are you doing at home? You need to be here. So make plans to come here in next year at Celtic Fest 2015. For the first time this year at Celtic Fest, we are welcoming the Illinois Youth Rugby Association. In my hand is a rugby ball. It's not a football, not a soccer ball, it's a rugby ball. I'm going to pass it on off to Mike Rickerson and ask him some good informational questions about the Crystal Lake Lions Rugby Club. Mike, tell me, how long have you been working with children and youth in rugby?
Well, we just started this particular team just a few weeks ago, but the Illinois Youth Rugby Association has been around for quite a while, for at least 10 years now, and there's a couple dozen teams in the Chicagoland area at this level and in the high school level that is basically developing kids and teaching them how to play rugby and advancing into college and even into adult club level.
Now, there's professional sportsmen all around the world that play rugby on a professional level, right?
Yes, definitely. Mostly overseas. Unfortunately, nothing here in the States.
Right. We have American football and what we call soccer, not the other kind of European football. And then what they have is rugby. So when can we see some matches and games? What's your seasons like?
Well, at the youth level, they basically have 5 weeks of, we call them festivals, where all the teams go to one venue and they basically play each other at certain times of the day. The good thing about it is there's just a whole bunch of kids there. So if you don't have a full side, like us right now, we're just starting off, so we only have about 10, and there's typically 15 on a side. Then you can pull from another team to help and get the game started, that type of thing.
Okay. Now, Mike, can you please tell us, how can parents get in touch with you? They're interested in their children coming out and learning more about rugby.
Best way is just go online on iyra.org. That's Illinois Youth Rugby Association.org. And then you can go and find the closest rugby team by the list of teams, and then there's contact information for each team there.
Right. Well, I think that as the coordinator for Celtic Fest, we might like for you to provide us with some matches down on the field perhaps next year, so that we could learn more about rugby.
Most definitely. We would love to do that.
Now, could you bring some of the men too, for the older adults, ladies who might like to watch some men playing rugby?
We can most definitely try.
Well, Mike, then you're in. Thanks so much for being here. We're so happy to have you.
Thanks for having us.
Here in the club area this year for Celtic Fest, we're so happy to have Emmetts as one of our main sponsors. Emmetts has been providing wonderful pale ales and beers, craft beers, to the Chicagoland area for many years. Let me give you a small sampling of some of the things that they brought with us today for tasting. Emmetts American Red Ale. Our red ale has a deep red color, big floral hop aroma, and a very distinct candy-like flavor characterizes it. This beer is relatively full-bodied and has a firm but well-balanced bitterness to round out the sweetness of the malt. Our 1 a.m. ale is British-style best bitter ale brewed with American ingredients. It is light copper in color with a white head. It has light caramel sweetness, hints of toasted bread, herbal hop flavor and aroma, and a light to medium body. Hi, I'm here at the Clan Donald tent, where we have Dave and Phyllis Halt, part of the Clan Donald clan. I'm going to start with Dave. Tell me a little bit about your family and how you're related to the Clan Donald.
Well, my family came over to the States in 1679 from the Isle of Jura. My actual sept name is a Bowie, like Jim Bowie, and we're part of Clan Donald.
Do you have a lot of different family names and people who are a part of the Clan Donald? Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, Clan Donald is the largest clan, not just in Scotland, but in all the world. We were so large that the English king was upset with us lots of times because we were so powerful, and the Scottish king too. So we would move between Scotland and Ireland. We settled in the Western Isles of Scotland, and we're mainly mercenaries moving back and forth.
Let me talk to Phyllis for a second. Now, Phyllis, I'm sure you do a lot of organizing for Clan Donald. What kind of things do you do and organize throughout the year for the clan?
We attend every Highland game that's available for us to attend. We also will have Clan Donald picnics, Clan Donald Céilís, which is a Scottish word or Celtic word for party, and we love to party.
Yes, we do.
We go to the Erin Fest in Peoria. We go to the Springfield Highland Games. We come up here for the Itasca Games.
And of course, your most fun that you're having this year is where?
Well, the most fun we're having's right here. And I have to tell you, we didn't know what to expect, and we got here and we thought, well, if we sign up one member, 8 o'clock this morning we had a gentleman come in, and come to find out he's a Clandonald family member, and we signed up a member today, so this has been very advantageous for us.
Oh, congratulations. Now, can you tell me a little bit about the Clandonald crest and your motto, and what does it mean?
It means...
what is it?
It's Permara Partara, and it means by land, by sea, because we had both power on the land and we had power with our Viking boats on the seas. We had the largest longship organization, I guess, in Scotland, which is one of the reasons that the kings of England and Scotland didn't like us real well. We had more ships than they did.
Yeah, well, you know, men, they get jealous about the size of the ship, you know. It's all about the size of the fleet. Yeah. So I'm hoping Clandonald will consider joining us again for Celtic Fest 2015.
We'll definitely be here.
Thank you very much. Well, we're so glad to have you. So thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Phyllis. And thank you, Clandonald.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Anita, and I wanted to let you know that I just found 3 of the most spectacular pipe band drummers in the Chicagoland area. This is Chuck Reese, Tim Schmitz, and Greg Hackle. Now, the 4 of us played together with the Chicago Highlanders Bagpipe Band, and we all went to Scotland to play at the World Championships together in the year 2000. So, Chuck, let me first start with you. When did you start playing drums in the Scottish traditional style for Scottish bagpipe bands?
Well, I think it was about 96. I joined the University of Chicago Pipe Band at that time, and was with them a couple of years, and then transferred to the Chicago Highlanders, where I played lead drummer and was lucky enough to work with these guys.
All right, thank you. And Tim, what drew you to play side drum for a bagpipe band?
You know, I went to Highland Games in Milwaukee in the early 90s, and I had played drums in junior high and high school, and I saw the bands performing, and I thought, wow, this is something that I think I could do. So I got in touch with one of the local bands in the area and joined, and have been playing ever since.
Now, Schmitz, is that a true Scottish or Irish Celtic name, or what clan is Schmitz from?
It's very German, but my dad's mother, her last name was Ryan, which is a very Irish name, so I have some Celtic blood in me.
Good. And Greg, how long have you been drumming? Because you've been you're a young man yourself. When did you start meeting up with Chuck and learning about the drumming in a bagpipe band?
I was actually in 7th grade, and Chuck was my private lesson teacher, and he said, hey, I play in this pipe band, you should come try it. I'm like, okay. So I've been doing it ever since.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, that was, I think I competed in 2000 was my first year, so I probably started in 99, so almost 15 years now.
Get in touch with Chuck Reese or the Chicago Highlanders Bagpipe Band at www.chicagohighlanders.org.
I want to thank the Celtic Fest Commission, Anita Forte-Scott, and all the members for putting this on, the Sears Centre staff, and all our great vendors and entertainers. And now it remains my very great pleasure to introduce Chicago Highland Pipe and Drums, one of the premier pipe and drum bands in the Midwest. So enjoy.